Hey guys. Hello, hi. How you doing? How you feeling? We are back with a brand new setup this month, just as I am pretty much every month that I've done these readings so far. We got a microphone. Okay. There's a few things. So we got a brand new tripod, so I'm not out here trifling no more. And, we are not outside, we are inside doing the readings because there's a little thing going on here in San Diego called June gloom. And, all I want to say is I did not move here from New York City just to experience this. Like, I'm frustrated. But there's June gloom, and so the weather is just not giving what it's supposed to give at this time of year. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's stop making things overly complicated and let's just do it from the comfort of my home. Um, going further, maybe, the next coming months it'll be nice out, but for now, this is what's happening. Okay. So today we are doing the June health and healing readings. And we are starting with the birthday girls. Okay. So if you're a Gemini, if you have any Gemini placements in your chart, especially your sun, moon, and rising signs, then this reading is certainly for you. Um, in case you don't already know, my name is Vanessa. I talk all about higher consciousness living and how you can't be healthy without healing mind, body, and spirit. Um, Also, if you're not already subscribed to the Soul Collective, I 10 out of 10 recommend. It is free 99 to join. And every Sunday, I send out a weekly newsletter where you get some mindful messages and intentional practices that you can use to help you navigate your week ahead. I talk a lot about working with the astrological energy of that current week to help you optimize the energy or navigate the energy thereof. I also just, share a lot of what I'm currently going through in those newsletters that I also feel like they're like lessons that I'm learning that I want to share with the collective as well. So it is free to join. Click the link in my bio if you are interested in doing that. Also, if you are interested in booking a personal health and healing reading or a general reading, those are available for you on the website. So click the link in the bio to book a personal reading as well. Okay. So, how are you feeling, Gemini? How is it that you're feeling? I took some notes on your reading and I already shuffled and meditated on the cards. So, they're already ready to go for each category. And, if you're not already aware of what a health and healing reading is, let me enlighten you if you're new here, okay? Health and healing readings are something that I created myself. I made this whole shit up, basically. And basically, the whole sole purpose of this reading is to align the interconnection between mind, body, and spirit. Because when our mind is off, our body is off. When our body is off, our spirit is off, and vice versa, all in between. So, what we are going to do is focus on the 5 categories that make up our overall health and well being. Those 5 categories include diet, sleep, movement, mindset, and meditation. So when we focus and bring alignment to each one of those 5 categories, we are then able to operate out of a place of true alignment. Now you are able to attract and manifest the way that you truly desire, and now you are able to properly release what is no longer serving you because you are in alignment and proper awareness of what is no longer serving you. Does that make sense? So, Gemini, um, going into this reading, it went away. But I was experiencing a little bit of a headache. So I don't know if there's anything like that going on with you guys. Maybe you guys just feel, you know what word I want to use? Mental gymnastics. I feel like your guys' mind is constantly on some mental gymnastics. Like it's just constantly going this way, this way, that way, up here, down there. And you have a hard time navigating your own thoughts because you're all over the place. Well, Geminis are ruled by two different energies. Okay, so you have the Gemini energy, which is why they consider you the twins because you guys have two energies that you're ruled by. You have Gemini that you're ruled by, and your twin is supposed to be Virgo. So Gemini and Virgo are actually like polar opposites because Gemini is just like all over the place, and Virgo is much more structured, stays in place, has a routine, and just you got they're very just punctual. Okay, and the Gemini is the floater, and they're just wandering around amongst the earth, just running amok and with no rhyme or reason. And so with Geminis, you guys really struggle with which energy to operate out of each day because half of you wants to stay structured and routine and the other half of you wants to just fucking run amok. And you have a really hard time balancing out these dual energies. So your really life focus is learning how to manage both of these energies to get the optimal results just out of your daily function and life and mood. So that's why Geminis are kind of known for like this, being bipolar or, being two-faced, if you will, because you guys operate from these two energies. It's not a negative thing. It is not a bad thing. It's just who you are. It's just a matter of learning how to navigate this energy. Okay. And really, your guys' sole mission in life is just to kind of like master it. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready to get into the reading? Okay. Now that I just, told you a little bit about yourself, we have the cards here, and I'm not used to only having one hand. Okay. So we have two hands here. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I have one hand here to read these cards. Okay, so for diet, this is what we have, Gemini. I'm feeling the mental gymnastics because I feel like I'm a little spaced out. I'm a little all over the place. It's kind of hard for me to focus. Honestly, Gemini season, Gemini placement, okay, your ass just feels like fucking talking. And that's how I feel right now. I just feel like being a fucking chatterbox and not even getting to the reading. I just want to like sit here and chat and catch up and be like, la, 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 la. And like, I'm feeling the running amok energy right now. And I feel like this is very much you, especially in Gemini season. Okay. To begin, happy birthday, Gemini. Okay. I hope your birthday season treats you well. Usually, a birthday season is a time of reflection, a time of, tapping into ourselves. And this month, we are really going to figure out what the fuck you need to do to bring yourself into alignment. Okay. The first card we have under diet is small intestine. The next card is choices. Magic is immediate. And meditation. So it's crazy because in the meditation that I got, and also while I was shuffling the cards, I got a couple different downloads. Okay. The first download that I got was major like acid reflux situation. Okay. So I was feeling a lot of just like activity in the stomach, which sounds about right with this small intestine card. Okay. So you could very much be feeling that way right now, Gemini, where your stomach is just a little bit all over the place. Okay. And, honestly, the overall energy I'm really feeling, and I think this might actually be a theme amongst the collective right now, if I'm being honest with you. But well, we'll see when we get there as I do all the readings. But I think the theme with the collective is a fast or a cleanse. But for you, I'm really feeling a fast. And I think that when you do this fast, and actually, I'm getting ready to prepare myself to do a fast as well. I'm doing a all liquid fast. Now, if this resonates for you and you feel like this is something that you want to do, um, try it out for yourself, okay? But I'm getting ready to prepare my body for this fast, and it's an all liquid fast. And it's funny because you have the meditation card here. I got this download from a meditation that I did this past week. And I was just kind of asking, spirit, like, what is it that I need to know? What needs to come to the surface? And there's just so many random things that came up. But one of the things that came up was to do an all liquid fast. And there's a few reasons why spirit told me it needs to be an all liquid fast and what benefits I'll get from it. But really a lot of it is to heighten my senses and my awareness. Another thing is to actually, this is going to be a way for me to help release the stored trauma out of my body, most specifically my gut. So, if this resonates for you, if this sounds like something that you want to do, I would recommend doing something. It doesn't have to be a whole liquid fast. Maybe it could just be like you don't eat from sunrise until sunset, no liquids or beverages or anything like that. It just depends on what that is for you. And the best way to know what kind of fast you need to do is by going into meditation and really just asking your higher self or spirit or whoever it is that you tune your energy to, what is it that I need to be doing for my diet right now? What is it that I need to do for my body? And usually the first thing that comes to mind is what you probably should be doing. So for me, with this all liquid fast that I have planned to do, I'm actually planning to do just lemon water, um, herbal tea, okay, and also juices. I'm gonna juice. So I'm making all of this at home from scratch, and I'm making my juices at home, and I'm planning to do this for 5 days. So it may be, I'm gonna see if I can do it for 5 days. I'm gonna try and do it for at least 3, but my goal is 5 days. Okay, so all I'm getting is you need to fast. There's some shit in your diet that I feel like is really affecting your decision making with this choices card. Okay. So I feel like this mental gymnastics, you're having a hard time making decisions. And this is kind of another life theme for you. You always struggle making your own decisions and you feel a lot of pressure around making your own decisions. So, having this clarity of the mind and the gut will help uh, will help you to be able to make these life decisions much more easily. Okay, so say for instance you do this cleanse or this fast, and you're in a meditation and you're really just like tapping in with yourself. Okay, the answers will just start to pop up because you're not clouding your brain with sugar, you're not clouding your brain with carbs or all the other shit, because your gut is your second brain. Okay, so a lot of what we think, feel, see, hear, all that shit, all of our perspectives and everything really stems from our gut, not even our mind. So like when our diet is off and messed up, it's gonna show through how we act, walk, talk, our behavior, our patterns, our self-sabotage. Okay, all of these things are really rooted in our gut. So when we try to fast or cleanse our body of this energy, now we are in the clarity and the mind of, oh, this is what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Does that make sense? I'm hoping I'm making sense. And I think that once you get into this fast or this cleanse, you'll be getting answers immediately. You'll be able to start making decisions immediately. The magic will be immediate. You're going to start having clarity of the mind, clarity of the body. Like everything's just going to it's giving light bulb moments. And I think that's really what you're about to have, okay? So that's for diet. Now for sleep, we have hands. This is very much your energy right now. That's what I literally started this by saying mental gymnastics, and this is the energy it's giving. Like, is that mental gymnastics or what? It's like you're fucking juggling all kinds of shit in your head, okay? Then you have the ears card. And I just want you to pay attention to this image. Okay, don't mind my nails. I'm doing them today, okay? This ears card, it's like they're trying to block out all the noise, all the external noise, okay? And then you have manifestation. We have breaking news, not normal. Be careful signing contracts. And then we have joy. Okay, so for sleep, these are the notes I actually wrote down. I put lots of symbols in your dreams. Maybe you're seeing spirit animals, maybe you're seeing numbers, maybe you're seeing, just symbols or sigils or something of that sort that is resonating with you or means something or is significant to you. I also feel heavily like you're doing some crazy ass astral traveling. Like, I don't know why I feel like you are in just other realms while you're sleeping. And I feel like you don't even realize you're in other realms. Like, you're in places that you ain't never even seen before or had existed. Maybe it's some shit that you see in like a sci-fi movie or something. And you're like there in your dream. And you're like, where the hell is this? It's not a sci-fi movie, but it is a different dimension, okay? And I'm here to confirm that for you. Bitch, you've been traveling all through the motherfucking realms, okay? And really, I feel like with this not normal card, that's what it's showing. It's like very vivid, almost unrealistic. It's like, what the hell did my brain just like, what is going on here? But I really feel like with this be careful signing contracts card, it's almost like this energy of a warning. Not in like a scary way. It's just like, be careful of where your mind goes when it wanders. You know what's crazy too? I'm glad it's spot on for you. You know what's crazy too? It's like, where does your mind go when it wanders? Okay, so it's almost like the energy of, it's almost highlighting like your limiting beliefs. Like if your mind constantly goes to a state of depression or anxiety or scarcity or lack or unworthiness or something of that nature, like this very low vibrational, heavy, unworthy feeling, it's almost like your brain just naturally resorts there. And I want you to figure out where that's coming from, why that is. These are deep rooted, some subconscious thoughts that your mind just naturally attunes itself to because it's so used to attuning itself to that. So I feel like your dreams are trying to show you of this low state of mind that your brain constantly brings itself to. So it's almost like, say for in the dream you're like in this crazy astral realm, or you're like somewhere else, and but like in the dream you're like panicking, or in the dream you're sad, or in the dream you're grieving a death, or just something crazy, or something just like something other than positive and happy. It's really trying to show you the parts of yourself that you need to focus and bring attention to. And really, these are the parts of you, whatever energy you're experiencing in your dream, this is what's blocking you from your manifestations. Okay. And also, what is also blocking you is this people pleasing feeling. I feel like everybody keeps telling you what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not really listening to like your internal compass, your internal mind of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because all you keep listening to is external noise. And so now you're starting to go freaking crazy because you're just like, oh my God, everybody just shut the fuck up. like I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm so tired of hearing everybody's opinions, thoughts, ideas. Like I just want to hear my own opinions, thoughts, and ideas and not yours. And so I feel like this is what's making you feel like you're juggling so much shit, because you're trying to juggle your own thoughts and ideas, also the 6 family members and 3 friends who want to put their thoughts and ideas on you, and now you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You're just all over the place. And I think the best thing to do in this moment is to like kick it a step back. Okay, I think it's time to get into a period of isolation. Okay. With this being your sleep, I would suggest doing I think you need to go into isolation. I feel like you need to go into a little bit of a hermit mode, and you need to get into deep reflection and meditation to figure out where this energy is coming from. What happened to you that caused this energy to spark? Because this didn't happen overnight, and it hasn't been here overnight. This is something you've been living with for like a very long time, years, maybe decades. And this is not something you can necessarily easily transmute overnight, but when you get into this state of awareness of where maybe this could be coming from, maybe it was an old commitment that you made to somebody, maybe it was a friend or a previous partner. Okay, and now they made you feel like you're not good enough. They made you feel like you're incapable, you're unworthy. It could have been a family member, it could have been a parent that made you feel this way, that made you feel like you these things that you desire are not capable of being accomplished. They have you questioning yourself, your whole identity. You know what I mean? And I feel like the best way to get out of this energy is to really vacate yourself and kind of retreat and go into like the padded room where it's you, yourself, your thoughts, a journal, and the things that truly bring you joy with a joy card, and really figuring out what your best life looks like and getting clarity on that. Because right now it just feels like you're so scatterbrained. The mental gymnastics is like on 1,000. And I think the only way you're really going to fully figure out what it is that you want to manifest, the reason why you're also not getting your manifestations is because you don't have clarity over them. You're manifesting like two fucking different things. It's like you keep saying you want to live in like, you keep saying you want to like live like off the grid in like, you know, a simple house that you built and, you know, a tiny house or some shit. And then on the other end, you're like, I want to live in a penthouse high, you know, high rise, overlooking the city. It's like, bitch, which one is it? You don't even know what the fuck it is that you really want. You keep saying two different things. So it's like getting clear on what it is that you're trying to manifest, because you're trying to manifest two polar opposites that don't even fucking make sense. So I would get clear on what it is that you want. And the best way to do that is to get rid of the outside voices, the outside thoughts, societal opinions, you know, all that shit. Just get rid of it and get in tune with yourself and your own mind and your inner compass. Next, for movement and body. Hold on, we need to take a little sip break. Okay, excuse me. For body and movement, we have hair, shoulders, the emperor, destitution. Yes. And let your light shine. So with body and movement, it's funny because when I usually get this hair card, I don't actually physically get the idea of hair in my mind. But this time I did. I don't know if you've been thinking about cutting your hair, but if you have, I feel like this is what you need to do. That is just so weird and random because I don't ever get this meaning to this card. Even though it is the hair card. Usually I get like, you know, nervous system because your hair is an extension of the nervous system. You know, I usually get other definitions, but I'm literally getting like, if you're feeling called to cut your hair, you probably should consider cutting your hair. And it's almost like an energy of release. And this also goes into like the cleansing energy. I feel like your hair is carrying a lot of really heavy dead energy. And I think it just needs to have like a big chop. Like you need to chop the hair off because the hair is actually weighing down your crown. And I think that that's where the headache was coming from that I was getting at the beginning of the reading. It's like your crown chakra is like very overactive, which is why the mental gymnastics are going on. But it's because your hair is like, there's so much energy in your hair. It's weighing down your fucking mind. And it is an extension of your nervous system. So if your brain is all out of whack, you have anxiety and depression and just you feel like shit and you just don't know what the hell's going on, your hair could be an extension of this. And your hair carries so much energy. This is why it's so important to constantly clean your hair, cleanse your hair spiritually. Cleanse your hair, okay? Especially now that we have a full moon happening tomorrow in Sagittarius. This is a good time to do a whole hair ritual on cleansing the energy in your hair, okay, and releasing that heavy energy. And yeah, I just feel like this heavy energy that is weighing you down, it's coming from your hair. And I think that you may need to consider getting a haircut, chopping it off, doing something different to the hair to release that really heavy energy. Because I just feel like it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now we have the shoulders card. And with the shoulders card, it's like you're balancing and weighing out the scales. But also with this being with this being in the body and movement card, I feel like your shoulders may really be hurting lately. Like maybe you have shoulder pain, or it's hard to, like, you don't have much shoulder mobility, things like that. Usually shoulder pain comes from an influx of responsibility. So if you feel like you're having an overbearing amount of responsibility, there's so many things you have to do, there's so many things you have to constantly take care of, you don't have anybody's support or help, usually you'll feel it in your shoulders. Another thing too is that shoulder pain also stems from people pleasing. You're constantly, like, bending over backwards trying to please other people, and that is where this feeling of shoulder pain could be coming from as well. Okay, now the energy of these other cards. I'm getting the feeling of slowing down. Like, literally, I'm getting like breath work, okay? I'm feeling like Reiki, okay? Cryotherapy, or cryotherapy, where it's like freezing cold, you know what I'm talking about? An ice bath, even. um Reiki, cryotherapy, an ice bath. Almost like this feeling of sending your body into a shock. And I feel like this is kind of coincided with that cleansing, um fasting energy. It's like you're really gonna do a whole fucking 180 on your mind and your body and your, yeah, your mind, your body, and your spirit. But um I feel like that control, okay, I'm getting it now. You need to physically do something that is really hard. And that is like an ice bath. That is taking a really cold shower, doing cryotherapy, something like that, where it's really challenging to your mind, and sitting in it for 2 minutes, taking a really cold 2 minute shower, or sitting in an ice bath for 2 minutes, or something like that, because it's going to show you, when you do this really hard thing and you stick to it, it's going to show you this, it's going to prove this emperor like spirit to yourself. Okay, so the emperor spirit is where they're in control, they have determination, they have perseverance, they have control, where they know what they're doing, they know where they're headed, they know what they got their ducks in a row, okay? And they don't have anything holding them back from accomplishing this. And I feel like when you do a really hard thing, it literally forms new neural pathways in your brain to learn how to navigate really hard things. And I feel like if you can do that with as simple as being in an ice bath, doing cryotherapy, or taking a freezing cold shower for a minute or two, these are ways to train your mind and your body on how to do the hard things. Okay. And I feel like you have an issue or a problem with making really hard decisions. So you just stay where you are because you keep resisting the really hard decisions that you have to make. And so when you put yourself in a situation to make the hard decision and you're actively doing the hard thing, afterwards, when you're done, you're like, holy shit, I did that. And so you like start psyching your brain out. And now when you're faced with a hard obstacle just in your daily life, you're like, I could do this. I could do this hard thing. I've told myself it. and it becomes like this subconscious thought. So I feel like what you need to start doing is training your brain and your body and your mind to do the really hard thing. Okay. And by doing this, you're really going to let your light shine. Okay. You're really going to start seeing, like, holy shit, I can do this. And I didn't even think I was capable of doing this. I did this fast and I did it. Like, it was so fucking hard, but I got through it. I did it. And it's like, these are ways of proving to yourself that you're capable of doing the hard things. And what does this do? This builds self-confidence, this builds self-esteem, this builds worthiness, self-worth. Okay, this builds discipline, accountability, consistency, all the things that make up what, you know, self-love truly is. So these are ways to actively practice that this month. Okay. Now going into mindset, we have mucous membrane. We have friendship in reverse. We have yield to reality. Then we have alignment in reverse. Okay. Gemini, what the hell going on? What going on? Okay. Mucous membrane. I feel like your mind is polluted with a lot of shit. Okay, and that's the energy I'm picking up on. I also feel like you're feeding yourself and telling yourself things that aren't actually true. Okay, and I think what you're really hyper fixating a lot this month is your lack of friendships or your lack of community or your loneliness. And you keep telling yourself you have social anxiety. You keep telling yourself that you're too old to make new friends. You keep telling yourself that I won't find anybody, any friendships that resonate with me. Like, you just keep telling yourself shit that just isn't true, or you keep telling yourself, who would want to be my friend? I'm not even like fun, or I have things wrong with me, or I'm annoying, or, I talk too much, or whatever the fucking case is. And you just feel like you're not worthy of even attracting the friendships that you really desire. I feel like also you may have lost a lot of friendships, disconnected from a lot of people, and this is leaving you in a really deep state of loneliness. And really what you're really wanting is community. You're wanting your friends, you're wanting your friendships back, and you just almost feel like you don't have the support that you really desire. You don't have, I feel like, a lot of our friends help us stay on track when they're good friends and they're friends who are accountable. And I feel like when we have really good friends and we are falling off a little bit, we can count on them to pick us back up, or to feed life back into us and tell us, you got this, you're that motherfucking bitch, you could do this, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? And I feel like you haven't had that. And this is also what is making you slip a little bit more further into a hole. And this is your sign to hold the fuck up really quick. Okay. I need you to pump your goddamn brakes, because you're sending yourself into a spiral and it's really not needed and not necessary. The problem is not friendships. Okay. The problem is you have everything that you need already right now, even if it doesn't seem like it. Okay. The problem is not other people. Are you ready for this? The problem is you, because you got alignment in reverse. You actually have all the friends that you need. Nobody is fulfilling your spirit because you are incapable of fulfilling your own spirit. Let me say that again. Nobody is fulfilling your spirit because you are not fulfilling your own spirit. And the reason why that is because you're out of alignment. And what are you doing to even put yourself back into alignment? You do it for a day or two and then you fall back off. You go to the gym for like 3 days and then you stop going again. You're on your diet and then, or your lifestyle change. I don't want to call it a diet, but it's like, you're eating really good and nourishing your body for 2 days. And then now I'm sad today and I just want to eat my pain away. What this is showing is that you're actually your own worst enemy. You can have all the friends and things, but first you have to be a friend to yourself first. How is a friend supposed to show up for you? They're supposed to hold you accountable. They're supposed to encourage you, motivate you, make you feel so much love, be supportive, endearing. You know what I mean? Like they feed life into you. But how can you expect somebody else to do this for you when you don't even do that for yourself? So your friends aren't even going to show up in your reality until you learn what a friend actually is. And the only way you're going to learn what a friend actually is when you become a friend to yourself. Does that make sense? And it's like you're putting all this expectation on everybody else to fix you. Nobody else is going to fix you. Only you are capable of fixing yourself. Nobody's going to come save you. Only you can save yourself. And that is by being a friend to yourself. And the way to be a friend to yourself is one, by doing the things that I'm telling you right now that you should be doing, which is bringing your mind, body, and spirit into alignment so you can fully function as your highest and best self. And then when you're in a state of real alignment, now you're able to see, oh, this person really fucks with me. This is a real friend. I just thought that they were being an enemy because they were holding me accountable, and I didn't want to hear that. I thought they were just being critical of me, and that wasn't a real friend. But actually, I realized that actually is a real friend because they love me so much to hold me accountable. Whereas these other people who I thought were my friends because they were going along with everything else I was saying, I realized they didn't give two shits about me. Because me doing bad made them feel better about their lives. Do you see how this makes sense? So when you bring yourself into this alignment and you really, every single day, everything that you do is intentional and mindful of, I'm going to bring myself into alignment. Maybe don't even focus on for the week, the year. What can I do today to bring me into this alignment? And the way you're going to get those answers is by going into meditation and literally asking your spirit guides, asking spirit, asking your ancestors, asking your higher self, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing to bring myself into alignment? What are the first things that you hear? Write those down and make those your focus for the week. Make those your focus for the month, for the year. Until they start to become habits and it's almost like second nature. All right, last but not least, we have meditation. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to be doing to bring alignment to your meditation practices, okay, or your spirituality in itself. We have uterus, gallbladder, authority. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Wellness. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, tomorrow's the full moon in Sagittarius, so even if you're watching this after the full moon, I would still recommend doing this, okay? immediately when I saw this, the full moon in Sagittarius is really highlighting ways in which that we have scarcity and lack mindsets, and the ways that they are inhibiting us and really holding us back from our highest self and from fully attracting and getting in the space of divine abundance. So if you're really trying to get into this abundant energy, you need to release the energy of lack and scarcity. So I would recommend doing some rituals related to releasing that energy. Now, those rituals for you could be prayer, it could be meditation, it could be a spiritual bath, it could be candle magic, it could be, whatever it is, maybe writing down in your journal, ripping the paper out and burning it, whatever ritual you're feeling called to do, I would do something related to releasing that energy. Okay. Also, when I was talking about a fast earlier, I didn't want to talk about it during the diet portion, but it also kind of is diet, but it's like an energetic diet. And I really feel like you need to do a fast when it comes to sex. Um, or even like masturbation or something like that. Like, I just feel like you're using that to escape emotions. And I don't even know how to. It's kind of giving like sex addict energy, but you may not be a sex addict. It's just like, I just feel like when you're stressed or your emotions are really heightened, it's like, who's the nearest person that I can, go let this go, unload this stress on? Or let me just, go in my room and just do a quick little, you know what I mean? Just to release this stress. And really, it's kind of like a band aid to the problems. And I feel like you really need to fast from this because it's kind of a distraction. And really, what you need to be asking yourself is, when you feel this stress from this, I guess, sexual frustration or something like that, you need to be asking, what are these feelings of stress and where are they coming from? Because they're coming from somewhere. So when you get into that state of awareness, and when you fast from this, okay, and you don't allow yourself to indulge in this activity or activities, you're focusing all of your intent on where are these emotions coming from, and you're not looking for an easy way out to eliminate the emotions. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, gallbladder. Clarity. I would do a meditation for clarity, because if you look at him, he's like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going, which way I'm going, the direction I'm moving. Like, it's like there's all these different roads that he should take, and it's right in front of him, but he's just like, is that really where I'm supposed to go? So I feel like you need to do a meditation on clarity and the decisions that you're making, and clarity on decision making, or what it is that you're supposed to be doing, just like we kind of talked about earlier. Um, I'm also feeling balancing out your masculine energy. It feels like there's an imbalance between your masculine and feminine energies, and it's giving a little bit of a wounded masculine energy. So I really would recommend doing some meditations that can help with healing the masculine wound. And you can do all these meditations. You can look these up on YouTube. They're free. All you have to do is type in meditations for wounded masculine energy, meditations for, or sleep hypnosis for it, or guided meditation, or, something of that nature. And find one that looks like it's is being called to watch, or for you to listen to or watch. I recommend doing that because I feel like your masculine energy is very imbalanced and you wanted to bring it into balance, okay? So that way you can call this energy of abundance in, okay? When our masculine and feminine energies are off, it is very hard to bring this because we're not fully operating from our power source. Okay, for a woman, her power source is her womb. And for a man, your power source is really your masculine energy. Is that determination, strength. That is your power source, is strength. And so when you are lacking that, you're not operating from your power source. So you're not able to attract this abundance. Just like when a woman has a wounded womb, her menstrual is off, there's all kind, she has, you know, ovarian cysts or excess, just pain, like she has a wounded womb. So you have to bring those, and that comes from a wounded feminine. So when you are operating out of a wounded energy source, you're not in the space to really get this abundance. Does that make sense? So bringing your masculine energy into harmony and balance, and that you can do some meditations for, okay? And doing some Reiki and some chakra work as well. Overall wellness is your last card here, and really just focusing on what it is that you could do today, one day at a time, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. What is it that I can do today to bring myself into wellness? And the best way to do that is by asking your body and mind, what does it need? Not what does it want? So for me, for an example, I really, really want Oreos. But I know damn well I probably just need to drink a green juice. Or I should have like a nice salad instead of eating Oreos. Giving yourself what you need rather than what you want. And the thing that you really need is the answer that comes to your mind when you ask your body, what is it that you need right now? Seeing what the answer is, letting it come to you. And remember that your body doesn't scream, it whispers. So you have to pay close attention to what it is that it really wants, so you can be in tune with it and you can deliver those results, okay? All right, Gemini, that was your June health and healing reading. Like I said, this is for anybody with any Gemini placements at all, or if this just so happens to resonate with you. So next we are going to be doing the Cancer reading, and I will be getting to that very soon. So I hope this is everything you needed to hear. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know, and I will see you guys very soon. Happy birthday. Bye.